one of the giant three-story reciprocating engines. See the stern. It has none of the beauty of the bow section. It's a tangled mass of wreckage. The awesome destructive power of the sea is right here in front of you, in this twisted mass of rusted metal. Finally, beneath the stern, one of Titanic's three giant propellers, seen for the first time by anyone since the ship was launched, and now half buried in the mud. Between the two broken parts of the Titanic, a debris field covering 3/4 of a mile. Scattered across it, thousands of objects which fell to the bottom as the Titanic broke apart and sank. In a moment, we'll see how Nautil brings them to the surface. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Paris and our return to the Titanic. The support ship Abbé does much more than supply Ephemer's expedition team with toothpaste and groceries. Abbé helps lower and recover the wire cages used to retrieve large and heavy objects. The recovered artifacts must be protected from exposure to the air and are stored in freshwater tanks until they can reach the preservation and restoration experts of Électricité de France, EDF, here in Paris. Recoveries by Nautil from the debris field virtually filled the Abbé's holding tanks. Now let's see some of the things being saved from destruction. The ocean floor is littered with the objects which hurtled down from the breaking ship. Champagne and ordinary wine bottles. A metal tank, first thought to be a safe. A leaded glass window from the first-class salon. The stern bridge compass and binnacle. Nautil's articulated arm gently plucks a light fixture from the wreckage. Dr. Joseph McInnes comments on the mission.
When you read about this expedition or hear about it, it is controversial. But you have to be here to get a real sense of what's happening. These are men who are not pursuing treasure. They have found some objects of great value, but the mood here is diving to learn about this ship, to bring back materials, to try to reconstruct that story. And I think if the treasures are evident at all, they're evident in the documentation, in the science, and in the shared experiences of these men.
Although many smaller items were placed in Nautil's own small basket, the larger pieces required special transfer cages equipped with transponders. They were deployed near the site the sub would be working, in the debris field. Once it reaches the bottom, the basket is gripped by one of Nautil's arms and towed to our working position. Nautil approaches one of the stern bridge telegraphs. The top of the telegraph had separated from the stanchion, but they retrieved both parts and will reassemble them on the surface.
Un peu à gauche. Voilà, et puis votre téléphonie.
When the basket is full, its ballast is removed, making it rise to the surface. Transponders guide the Abbey supporter and the recovery team to a position close to where the basket will surface.
L'immersion 1000 mètres, 1000 mètres.
Frogmen attach a safety line and then place a net over the top of the basket to prevent any small items from being washed out by any swell on the surface. Spring lines are then attached to the basket to prevent it crashing into anything, ship or crew for that matter. A 1,500-pound basket swinging free could cause serious injury to the artifacts or to any crew member in harm's way. Watching the French crew aboard both the Nadir and the Abbey is like watching the best corps de ballet in the world. It's a combination of coordination and style, and it results in safety and success. There wasn't a single accident, injury, or lost item on the entire expedition.
Telegraph, and this is used to transmit the orders from the bridge to the engine room. Well, as you can see from the bridge, the order was stopped, and obviously there has no answer. The order has not been executed because this indicator is still on slow ahead, or dead slow.
The deck light made out of solid brass. Still see the inside. Glass is a little cracked, perfect condition. This is the binnacle which held the compass on the stern of the Titanic. Pressure. Pressure goes through. What we have here is the stern rudder indicator. We have port, starboard. This indicates where the rudder is, and this is where the ship's wheel was attached. This would be what controlled the rudder. You can see the force of the sea is sheared off this piece of metal. Also, it has sheared all the bolts that mounted it to the wing, or to the stern bridge of the Titanic. But it survived in one piece. We now have the complete stern bridge.